what it was that God said. This is faith. When you don't have proof, but you believe God anyway. And then faith is not just believing God, but it is beginning to walk in alignment with and pray in alignment with and speak in alignment with the truth that God has declared to you. If God said it, that's enough. We should be the ones, those of us who are going forth into this new year in the spirit of Elijah. We should be the ones that, because we know the truth of God, we go about proclaiming it, declaring it, and living in alignment with it. Elijah began to declare the truth of Yahweh, even though there was no proof of rain. He began to prepare the people that were in his sphere of influence for that which he knew they did not have the capacity to discern, but that he could because he was in relationship with God. So God said it, he began to proclaim it.
I say this to the people who have felt like they've wasted time and lost. Yeah, I'm talking to somebody. There are people that feel like you have a lost seasons. Well, if transformation would have been around when I was 20 and I would have heard these messages and I would have, but now I'm 50 and now I'm 45 and now I'm 60 and it just feels like I'm behind the 8 ball and it feels like I can't. This scripture is for you, and it's for this generation who statistics say that has the highest level of suicide because they feel that at age 26, they've done nothing with their lives. See, the enemy tries to, I heard it said like this: if he can't get in front of you and stop you, he gets behind you and pushes you and makes you feel like you've wasted and lost too much time. If you fit in any of those categories, Joel chapter 2:25 is about to be crazy faith encouragement for you. So this is God talking, will restore to you the years, that's time. Ooh, who's about to receive this? That the swarming locust has eaten, the crawling locust has eaten, the consuming locust has eaten, and the chewing locust. See, what y'all don't understand is what locusts are. Locusts are animals that ate harvest. Everything that has eaten your harvest, every person, every investment, every idea, every person you invested your life into, that job you served for 20 years, those people you gave to, and somehow they snatched it from under. Everything that the locust stole, God said, I'm going to restore to you the time. I feel this. Somebody's heart and soul is about to be replenished. You shall eat plenty and be satisfied, and praise the name of the Lord your God, who has dealt wondrously with you. See, there's something you learned in that process too. He said that you're not just going to go through that and not learn something. I've dealt with you in this. You've learned character things in this. I've changed your picker. Some of y'all got a picker that's off. Y'all picked the wrong people, the wrong places, and the wrong partners. But God said, I'm changing all that. I've dealt with you in this, and my people shall never be put to shame. Then you shall know. After all of this happened, after I restore you, then you shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and I'm the Lord your God. I'm the only one that could have done this. You thought your best days was at 35? I'm going to make 55 look like the new 35. Y'all don't hear me. I'm going to make your kids look at you and say, what are you doing? I'm going to make those people who graduated with more degrees than a thermometer come learn from you.
All of us at some point in some way have something that we're worried about. The good news is we're not on our own. We serve a good and a faithful God. And so what do you typically do if you're a follower of Jesus and you're worried about something? Well, you take your worry, your concern, your burden, and you give it to God. You say, God, I pray about this. God, I'm giving this to you. And God, I trust you with my worry. And you give it to God. And then you wait. And you get freaked out. And it's been 5 minutes and nothing's happened, so you take it back from God and you say, God, I don't really trust you with that. Symbolically, whenever we worry, that's essentially what we're doing. We're saying, God, I'm going to pray about this, but because I don't see what I want to see and because I'm still worried, we're essentially taking back the very thing that we gave to God. Why do we do this? The reason is that your God is too small and your worries are too big, and somebody needs a bigger God and a little smaller worry. And what you're going to do at that point is you're going to take whatever it is that's weighing on you and whatever it is that's dominating your mind. And Scripture says we cast our cares upon God. With prayer and petition, we take everything and we give it to God. Show me, God. Where do you want me to be consistent? Let him speak to you, and he'll show you the values that matter to him and should matter to you. And when your values are clear, your decisions are easier. So what do? You pre-decide. That's not going to happen by accident. It's a decision I made ahead of time. And you start with the why, and you know you're not perfect, so you plan to fail, and you fall in love with the process. You're not successful when you achieve the goal in the future, but congratulations. Before God, you are successful when you honor him today. So with God's help, may you honor him in consistency in the area that brings him glory and makes you more effective in this world.